How's it going, YouTube? My name's Arbalist, and welcome to the very first Let's Play on my channel. Just in case the title card didn't clue you in, this is NCAA Football 14, and I'll be playing Dynasty mode as the Washington State Cougars. And this is just going to be a general introduction to the series. So the first thing I'm going to do before starting the Dynasty is go into Team Builder and add some teams that made their FBS debut during the 2014 season. As you can see, I'm adding the Appalachian State Mountaineers in place of Army, and doing the same for Georgia Southern in place of Navy. And that's just to get the most out of conference play. Getting into my sliders, I'll be using the Operation Sports Community sliders. I'll leave a link in the description for them, and I would highly recommend them to anyone looking for a realistic sim game. At the time of recording, I'm already 5 games into the season, and teams that should be challenging for a one-star program like Washington State are just that. And at the same time, going up against teams where you feel evenly matched, you really do have to be on your game, otherwise they'll punish you for making mistakes. But if you're good at reading defenses and can stick to your game plan well, you'll have success even with a lower rated school. Next, I'll show you the conference alignment, just so you can see that I'm playing with how conferences were set up during the 2014 season. As you can see, Big 12 still without 12 people, and the Big 10 with 14 members with the additions of Rutgers and Maryland. And the independents, with Army and Navy removed, BYU and Notre Dame are the only ones left. And I may switch Notre Dame into the ACC as they're supposed to be playing their conference games with them in not too long. And finally the Sun Belt with Appalachian State and Georgia Southern, and we've added Idaho back into it, even though they have left it this year. And for the sake of more realism, we removed the American Conference's automatic bids, so now there's 3 at-larges, and then the 5 AQ conference champions will get automatic bids. Next up, you'll see Mike Leach's skills, and we are going to be playing as Mike Leach. I will have another series where I make a coach and run an offense I want to run, but for this Dynasty, we're going to run the air raid with some variation. I was actually kind of disappointed when I looked at his skills too and saw that he didn't have insta-commit or 3 out of 3 in the opener, because getting guys early is how a small school like Wazoo is going to compete for guys. As you can see, Mike Bresky, still our defensive coordinator, he was actually fired in real life not too long ago. Next, I'll show you guys some red shirts as well as the depth chart, as I didn't make any changes to that. And I got a trophy I somehow didn't have yet. Alright. At quarterback, it'll be senior Connor Halliday, backed up by Luke Falk, and Peyton Bender will get redshirted. I like his physical tools, but his throwing's not there yet. We're not going to redshirt anybody at halfback. I'm not a big fan of redshirting seniors. At fullback, we have none, and it'll remain that way throughout the Dynasty. If need be, I'll move a halfback over there, a power back. At wideout, Gabe Marks, Vince Maley, River Craycraft, they're all going to play. Vince Maley will probably get moved up to 1 on the depth chart. And the 3 freshmen down here will all get redshirted, so Calvin Green, Harrington, and Ware. And Bartoloni will probably be cut at the start of next season. Hate to cut a senior, but we have so much depth at wide receiver right now, it's more important to let them develop. At tight end, we have none on the roster right now, but it's not going to remain that way. For the time being, we'll move Isaiah Myers and Christoph Williams to play the spot. I've already been recruiting my butt off at tight end, and you guys will see it in a couple more episodes here. And at the offensive line, every freshman is going to get redshirted, as depth is super important. Same goes for the defensive line, so Kingston Fernandez, he'll get redshirted. Hercules Mataafa will get redshirted as well. And same goes for Negalu Tapa, defensive tackle that you'll see right here. He'll get redshirted for a year. We have plenty of depth at defensive tackle as it is now. Looking at our roster, there's not too many seniors. I think we're only losing about 11 this first year, so that gives us a good head start in recruiting, as we can focus more on getting quality guys instead of filling up our roster to 70. We have so many freshmen at the skill positions, and we don't know which ones are going to pan out in the future, so it gives us a safety net to recruit some guys we might not have gotten if we were concerned about our depth. I went back and forth on who I wanted to redshirt at cornerback, and I finally settled on Pippins, and I was going to let one of the safeties play the quarter on defense if we needed him. And finally, I'll give you guys a look at the schedule for the year. I tried to make the out-of-conference schedule some tune-up games, just to get used to the sliders, but as far as Pac-12 play goes, the schedule is as tough as it gets for this team. So that will just about wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this sneak peek video, and I'll see you in week 1 when Wazoo takes on Rutgers. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.